Hi everyone, my name is Selena. I am the creative director and founder of Anti Design, and I have the pleasure of going through the creative strategy brief for Cotton Candy Grapes today. So, on the agenda, we have our strategic approach, mood board, color theory, and concepts. So, our strategic approach, Anti Design specializes in modern nostalgia, and what that means to us is creating brands that are modern and timeless, but invoke a sense of nostalgia, just because I think that there's nothing more emotional than feeling nostalgic about something, even if you don't know why. And so, our core concept for this brand was Moment of Joy, which was capturing the whimsy and magic of cotton candy grapes through a vibrant, playful, and modern aesthetic that invokes childhood nostalgia while maintaining a sense of sophistication. Our emotional resonance blueprint is basically when our team goes, what emotion do we want this brand to invoke in our clients? So we take into consideration who is your target audience, who's your primary persona, who's your secondary persona, and what emotion are we trying to pull from them when they see your brand. We take into consideration their age, their demographic, where they consume their media, what brands they like, and what goals they have. And then we try to bring all of those things back into your branding. So the 5 power words we landed on were joyful, evoking a sense of happiness and wonder; distinctive, boldly standing out with quality and innovation; playful, whimsical without being childish; nostalgic, tapping into sweet memories while staying modern; and charming, delightful and approachable with a premium feel. Our visual mood board themes, our team sits down and we start to consider, like, what themes are we looking for when we're creating your mood board, because the mood board, while it doesn't say this is exactly your brand, it does kind of start to say this is kind of the vibe we're going for. And so it gives you a better idea of where our mind is when we start creating your design strategy. So number 1, whimsical, so soft pastels, light airy photography with playful motion, subtle sparkle or magic dust visuals. This is to pull on that childhood magic without being just full blown magic or fantasy. 2, playful sophistication. So we wanted to put bold pinks paired with rich greens, graphic shapes, and playful patterns such as stripes and polka dots. We definitely wanted to stay playful but simple so that we can maintain that sophisticated and modern vibe. So we wanted to create something that was like very simple to look at, but still brought in exactly the visuals we wanted without being childish at the same time. 3, sweet nostalgia. So cotton candy inspired imagery. We were really inspired by looking at old candy shop photos and retro diners and retro candy bars and just different kinds of fun pink colored retro stuff. It was a lot of fun. And then retro inspired typography with modern layouts. So definitely loving the retro typography paired with modern branding. I think it's really timeless and cool. And so here's our mood board. So I love the mood board. You're going to notice that it's very green and very pink. So just to get started, in the top left, you're going to see, I don't know what the brand is called, but it's very pink and green and cream. And we love those colors. I actually edited their colors a little bit to be closer to what I had envisioned for your brand, just because I wanted to visualize it. But what I love specifically about this is the unique and retro shapes of like the stickers, the oval, the star, and then the typography. I felt like it was very diner, but still very cute and modern. So I would love to point out, the retro fonts, and then the shape is really cool there. The other pictures, you're going to see a lime green, dark green, light pink, and then like this bright orangey red. And we have pinks and greens and grapes. A lot of retro typography here, a lot of vintage textured and grainy colors, which I loved. And I wanted to pull these together and see how they would look. So this is the mood board. You're going to see a lot of more organic, but still vintage and modern typography. So these are going to be a lot more flexible, but still playful, but easy to read, because that's always the goal. So let's move. So here's the final color palette that we landed on. So we have Cotton Candy Grape. This color, I actually went yesterday to the store to buy cotton candy grapes. Fun fact, my mom is a huge fan of cotton candy grapes. She she was the one that called me to tell me that they existed. I had no idea. And she's a big cotton candy girl. She loves cotton candy. And so she was so excited to find grapes that tasted like cotton candy because she's a diabetic. And so I actually also love cotton candy grapes because of my mom. So this was a very fun project for me to work on. So that color was actually pulled directly from a photo of the cotton candy grapes. So that is a true color. And then Cotton Candy Dream, this is your retro pink, but it's still the same color as cotton candy, but still fun. Complements that cotton candy grape really well. And then we have Enchanted Forest. This is going to be a textured and darker green, along with Nostalgia, which is that really pretty filmy cream color. I just feel like cream is going to go a lot better than a stark white, especially for that retro but modern vibes. And then our accent colors are going to be that sunburst, almost like jawbreaker red, and then that really pretty lavender. So concepts. So our team, while we were creating this mood board and stuff, we actually had already come up with, we were having so much fun. We had already come up with some concepts as well. And so we were wondering, how do we take grape and cotton candy and create a brand that says cotton candy grapes? You know, it was fun to consider. And we, like I said, we wanted to keep it simple and to the point, but still create a very distinct brand. And so you'll notice that there are some pretty distinct shapes here. So the grape is obviously a circle, and then the cotton candy is also circular with this really pretty cone. And so we took that and we wanted to create something that was nostalgic but modern, playful but sophisticated, trustworthy and recognizable. And so the concept we came up with is this. So we took some, so the cotton candy pink version right there is an old retro font or inspired font. And then we took more scripted, flexible script to write grapes, to bring those together to create something that was modern and nostalgic. So you've seen the circles and the diamonds throughout the presentation. I just wanted to sprinkle them in without giving away the concept, but just a little bit of sparkles throughout. So now you know that the circle is inspired by the grape, and then the diamond is actually inspired by the cotton candy cone, as well as magic, because magic is like a little bit of sparkle. And so on the right side here, you're going to see three grapes stacked on top of each other with the cone together, all together to stack to create a cotton candy shape, with the diamond at the bottom to represent the cone. So together it was a cotton candy grape icon, and I thought it was really fun. And so I have it in 3 different colors. Obviously the green grapes with the pink cone bottom is going to be our main focus, just because the grapes are green themselves. But then the pink one can represent cotton candy. And then I know cotton candy grapes are not purple, but I created a purple one anyway with the lavender color for fun, just to show some color coordination there. We also have some sub logos with the cotton candy and then the grapes underneath. That could be turned into stickers like you'll see on the right side. Like I said, we were really inspired by looking into vintage media and stickers. So I wanted to create some fun stickers that could like potentially go on the bag, or we can give to customers, or you can give to employees, just fun things to show brand application. So we have our cotton candy grapes retro sticker here. This one right here says joy with the cotton candy in the middle, and then all natural science, which I loved about your brand. It was all science-based, and so I had this all natural science little sticker created. And yeah, so this was just one concept that we had come up with. I know we weren't supposed to come up with concepts yet, but we had already started, and so I thought I'd throw it into the presentation anyway. Brand application concept. So this could be, if this was purely just cotton candy grapes branded grape bag, I just wanted to create something that was like totally fun. I know it doesn't have like the PLU or whatever and all of the requirements by factory and stuff, but just for fun. So we have the grapes inside. We have those stickers you just saw right here. We have the brand elements in the top corner, and then cotton candy grapes right here. And then you'll see the main sub icon right here. And yeah, so just brand application concept if we were to just brand a bag purely for cotton candy grapes. Super fun. Alternative concepts. So this is basically our second mood board. When we were considering it, we always try to come up with at least 2 mood boards so that there's an alternative. So obviously we fell in love with the pink, white, and green concept because I felt like it represented grapes, cotton candy, and that retro vibe we were going for. So for this one is more, instead of going for the retro, we are going more of the natural focus, but with that bold and playfulness still in there too. So you'll see that this one's going to have a lot more color. I feel like the south side photo in the middle really represents well what I mean by it shows the natural like farm side of it, but with the bold, playful colors, it's still fun and fun and playful. So that first picture of Hoot Copy, I love the script. Since it is a little bit feminine, we would have to bring in a little bit more neutral of colors to keep it more neutral and natural. So probably way more greens. Probably take out the yellows and maybe the blue. And then for the second one, I love this color scheme: lavender, poppy, baby blue forest, and mango. They're just super fun. They can still be playful without being childish. So I thought this was a really good alternative color palette we could totally try something new with. South side, like I said, it is a lot of greens and natural, organic, textured paints. So like I said, this is going to be more organic and forgiving because it's going to be almost like flexible art styles, but still playful. So again, with that focus on nature. And then Flower Farm is the next image. Love their branding. It's very flexible. You'll notice that the letters all teeter a little bit of a different way. There's a lot of color here, but it feels very organic, but still very natural. So I love how playful it is without being too effeminate at the same time. So I love their branding. This is definitely a concept that we can build off of for cotton candy grapes if we wanted to go more of a natural direction. And the final picture, Caring For, this again focuses on that organic and still textured feel, because you'll notice that the colors are very textured and organic with how they are painted. So it's very flexible branding. So we would probably go less, this one again is a little bit more feminine, so we'd have to go a little bit more neutral with our color schemes here, but very cute. And their typography is also very retro, so it'd be pretty cool to pair that in. So yeah, this is our alternative concepts. If we like these more, we would love to hear your feedback on what you think. And then finally, our drawing board. And so these are similar to the concepts you saw earlier, just not finalized. When I had originally envisioned like cotton candy, I envisioned like a striped cone. And so these cotton candy grapes have a striped cone instead, but I do feel like the solo color is a little more refined. So that's why we went with that one instead of the striped one, but would love to hear your feedback. And then in this corner right here, we have the longer cone with the grapes on top too. That's always an option. That was actually one of our first drawings when we were like, how do we draw cotton candy into grapes? So yeah, this one kind of looks a little bit more like ice cream though. So we would have to probably put maybe a bunch of grapes on top of the longer cone. So that's definitely something we can work on too. So these were just concepts we came up with, nothing finalized by any means, just something that we had come up with when we were creating your mood board and strategy. We were drawing and we were like, let's just put it in. So yeah. Anyway, don't want to take too much of your time. I hope you enjoyed this presentation as much as we enjoyed working on your branding. So yeah, thank you so much for your time.